extraordinarily well, and the stock peaked as of the end of December right near 265. My own thinking is that within the next 3 to 4 weeks, if we see Tesla down near 164, that's my initial target, which is about 13% lower or so than where it is today, that could create its first true bottom. I think it has a potential of going much higher, but that is going to involve specifically the stock getting back up above an area right near 265. And so if that happens, I suspect that we will make a run for the all-time highs. He actually is bullish for the majority of this year into next year before peaking out. And so for Tesla, there are brighter times to come for the stock, and I think that likely is going to start this spring and carry higher almost throughout the year.
Mark Newton from Fundstrat, who's a pretty big deal in the investment community, has some optimistic views on Tesla's stock. He's pointing to a specific target that could really set off a rally, $265 per share.
Well, we finally figured it out, and I believe that's how all future electric automobiles will be manufactured. It's the proper way to do things, I guess. Having a single-piece casting for the front and rear bodies is the first step, I guess. In order to accomplish this, we put into service the biggest casting machine ever created, which is presently operating in our Fremont plant just across the road. Right now, the entire rear section of the car is being made entirely of single-piece high-pressure die-cast aluminum, which is pretty darn cool. We wanted a high-strength casting alloy that didn't require coatings or heat treatment, so we actually had to create our own alloy in order to do this. Indeed, this is a significant issue for castings, particularly when the casting is vast. It tends to deform if you heat treat it later, somewhat of like. One of the few automakers outside of China that has successfully produced electric automobiles is Tesla, which is renowned for its state-of-the-art technology and effective manufacturing methods. This outstanding accomplishment coincides with the global increase in demand for less expensive EVs. The emphasis is on Tesla's innovative use of metacasting, also known as gigacasting, a technique that has the potential to completely transform the production of electric vehicles. By lowering the amount of components required for assembly, this method seeks to make EVs lighter, less expensive, and easier to use. When Tesla first unveiled these massive castings, many questioned the strategy and characterized the tech titan as an amateur in the field of conventional auto manufacturing. But Tesla swiftly proved the effectiveness of their strategies, converting mistrust into broad industry acceptance. Before we go into the specifics of this approach, we would appreciate it if you could support our channel. Please click the like and subscribe buttons to support our further expansion. Let's continue. Welcome to Tesla Stock News. In order to remain competitive, other big manufacturers are now doing the same and making significant investments in comparable technologies. Ford, one of Tesla's biggest rivals, reportedly lost $130,000 on each EV sold in the first quarter of this year, underscoring the financial difficulties that other companies encounter when attempting to switch to more cost-effective production techniques. Looking at the bigger picture, it's clear that Tesla's tactics are causing a change in the automotive sector as a whole, forcing others to quickly develop and adjust. Die casting, a crucial component of various production processes, is predicted to rise significantly in the global market, rising by 70% to reach $126 billion by 2032. With Tesla at the forefront of metacasting technology, which has the potential to drastically change the way cars are built, the automotive industry is currently undergoing a revolution. Tesla is still promoting this technique called gigacasting, which streamlines the production process and car design by using high-pressure molds to form big essential vehicle components from molten aluminum. Although there are many advantages to gigacasting, such as reduced vehicle weight and increased CO2 efficiency, experts note that there are drawbacks to the technology. Its use may be restricted to mass-market vehicles rather than low-volume models due to high startup costs and the requirement for large production volumes to justify the costly gear. Investing in gigacasting technology might be revolutionary for businesses that reach these production levels, providing significant financial rewards and a competitive advantage. By replacing dozens of tiny pieces with a single big cast, Tesla's innovative use of this technology in models like the Model Y and Model 3 has simplified assembly and reduced weight. Although this novel strategy was initially viewed with suspicion, Tesla has effectively decreased complexity and costs in the production of vehicles, demonstrating its worth. The automotive sector is undergoing a cultural revolution in addition to a technological one. Due to bureaucratic inertia and a reluctance to deviate from established processes, traditional automakers have been sluggish to adopt such innovative technologies. But now that Tesla is still upending the industry, other businesses' musing is a test of the automotive industry's capacity for innovation and adaptation as is more expensive than steel. This cost difference is lessened by gigacasting, which makes parts around 30% less expensive than those manufactured of pressed aluminum, but still roughly 50% more expensive than those made of stamped steel. The advantages of lighter weight and fewer parts outweigh the greater costs. Hence, Tesla is justified in making this investment. In addition to employing 370 fewer parts, Tesla's gigacasting innovations and battery upgrades have resulted in a 10% decrease in vehicle weight and a 14% increase in range. The majority of automakers acknowledge that they are still in the early phases of their plans to implement megacasting technology. This sluggish pace illustrates the industry's aversion to quick innovation and reflects the bureaucratic nature of traditional automakers. For example, Volvo has invested a large amount of its $1 billion in a new plant in Sweden to build megacasting capabilities. The business understands that even while the initial outlay is high, the long-term advantages, like more freedom in product upgrades and enhancements over the course of a vehicle's life cycle, are priceless. Like Henry Ford did with the assembly line, Tesla wants to transform the auto industry with its approach to car manufacture. Tesla begins by attaching components to massive gigacastings, which are then painted and assembled in a modular form. According to Tesla, this approach not only makes assembly easier, but also drastically lowers the manufacturing footprint. With the installation of gigapresses at its $1 billion plant in Tanda, Sweden, and a new facility in Slovakia, Volvo has embraced this innovation and demonstrated a strong commitment to producing all EVs. The fact that major automakers, including Ford, General Motors, Toyota, Hyundai, and Nissan, are investigating this technology further highlights its expanding industry-wide impact. Tesla faced claims that suggested a halt or maybe a reversal of plans to cast the underbody of its next-generation vehicle in one piece, despite the enthusiastic adoption. In order to increase output to roughly 3 million vehicles annually without the need for additional facilities, Tesla explained during its first quarter results call that new models would integrate into current production lines, while utilizing aspects of the next-generation platform. This strategy demonstrates Tesla's adaptability and dedication to increasing production efficiency with little financial outlay. Tesla's shift towards autonomy, exemplified by the success of full self-driving, FSD, version 12, seems to be in line with its production changes, allaying worries about the company's future. It is believed that combining autonomous technology with cutting-edge manufacturing processes like gigacasting is a calculated step to maximize vehicle production and functionality. However, gigacasting is not without its difficulties. According to research, very large castings may weigh more than sheet metal ones and may lead to higher scrap rates. Tesla addresses this problem by stressing that aluminum is recyclable, enabling used parts to be remelted and used again, reducing waste and promoting sustainability. The repairability of cars with massive cast parts becomes even more complicated. High-end automakers like Volkswagen and BMW have voiced concerns about whether or not customers will accept repairs involving large cast components. However, by closely coordinating its design and collision repair teams, Tesla is taking the initiative to address these issues. Tesla has made significant progress in lowering the cost and speed of auto maintenance. Design advancements make it simpler and quicker to replace broken parts, and Tesla's integration of insurance and maintenance services is advantageous. Volvo is implementing gigacasting in a methodical, incremental fashion, first incorporating large aluminum cast components into its cars, like the EX90, and then moving on to more extensive uses, such as the back seat. This methodical strategy reduces risks and optimizes the process by gradually learning and adapting. In contrast to Tesla, other significant automakers are only now beginning to explore this technology, indicating how slowly the sector is implementing such groundbreaking production methods. With its intentions to upgrade production lines to reach an annual output of roughly 3 million units, Tesla is still at the forefront of innovation in the automobile manufacturing industry overall. This strategy dispels common myths and false rumors regarding Tesla's plans to discontinue its next-generation vehicle and modular manufacturing system by utilizing current facilities and requiring nothing in the way of new capital investments. Repairing cars with huge cast parts now takes a lot less time and money thanks to Tesla's optimized maintenance procedures.